Hi everyone, welcome to watergoddesstarot. So today we're looking into messages from Shiv Shakti. Now because I am recording this video on the day of Mahashivratri, you might get to hear a lot many sounds from the outside because there's a temple nearby. Actually there are multiple temples that are nearby. Please ignore that, okay? Now let's just move on and see the images that we have for you to choose from. I'll show you the close-ups. This is spiral number 1, this is spiral number 2, and this is spiral number 3. You can pause the video, take your time and choose the image that you feel drawn to the most intuitively. Meanwhile, let's just begin with pile number 1. Hi pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what messages we have for you from Shiv Shakti. Tiger skin, Saturn, the possibilities are limitless because the soul is limitless. I am the voice of my body and soul. I choose the life that I desire to live. Regain your focus. I'll place it here. And we have 10 of Cups in reverse. Okay. Now pile number 1, life lately might, it might have been very slow, I would say. You might have felt that you are dealing with a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges are coming your way. Even if you are taking kind of 2 steps ahead in your journey, you are going 4 steps backwards. So what you got to understand is that whatever delays that you're going through, whatever challenges that you're facing in your life, all of it is happening for a reason. There is a higher purpose behind that. And this is your time to kind of embrace this slow pace, okay? Rather than fighting the odds or rather than, feeling bad for yourself. Because whatever delays you're going through, it's actually divine protection. There is a reason behind that. You might not see it right now. You might not understand it. You might feel extremely frustrated even right now while you're listening to this. But what you got to understand is that there's a blessing that's kind of hiding behind the pain. There is a blessing that you cannot see. So whatever rejection or redirection that you're going through at this point in your life, it has a higher purpose to it. It is actually happening for you. Shiv Shakti is working in your favor by not giving you what you want or by actually kind of, making you wait for something. Okay? This process of you not knowing what you're supposed to do or you feeling as if, you're a failure. Because Shiv Shakti really wants you to build yourself up from the scratch, okay? Your character development is happening at this point of time. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're dealing with is shaping you into a better version of yourself, is actually preparing you for what's to come. Because maybe right now you're not in that place of receiving what you've asked them for. If you've made a wish, if you have, been praying for something to happen, maybe an energetic alignment is happening in your life at this point of time, and that is the reason that you are facing so many obstacles. That is the reason that you have to put in more effort as compared to an average individual, or you have to, work even harder is what I'm getting. So whatever the case is, this is not the time for you to give up in life. This is not the time for you to second guess or question yourself, because A, you're absolutely on the right path. B, whatever is happening, okay, if the entire world around you is kind of falling apart, where you're losing out on your job, you're losing out on your relationships, things are not progressing the way you want to, it's okay. It is all happening because some amount of space is getting created in your environment so that the higher vibrational energies can actually enter into your life, or whatever you've asked for that can be served to you, okay? So, take this in good stride. Understand as to how powerful you are. Because somewhere down the line, you are somebody who has a lot of power, but it's kind of somewhere hidden in the dark because you are very much comfortable in your energy, in your space. And now this is the time that Shiv Shakti is actually pushing you towards certain difficulties, or kind of, they're pushing you outside of your comfort zone because they want you to understand as to how powerful you are. Okay, right now you're underplaying whatever gifts and talents you have. Now you're actually being polished in a way so that you're able to use your gifts to your advantage. You're able to kind of shine so bright that you are kind of, I just feel that you're going to surprise your own self. Maybe you're expecting less out of yourself, where in reality, you are meant for so much more, or you're capable of achieving so much more in life. Okay? So there's a need for you to kind of work on your strengths, understand how strong you are, and not feel like a victim, because in reality, you're not a victim at all. You're a fighter, okay? And Shiv Shakti is only putting you through certain tests because they want you to see yourself from their eyes. Right now, you might be feeling that you are too small, or you don't have the control of anything in your life and everything is just going in multiple directions. But what you got to understand is that unless you're going to be kind of rubbed the way that you're being rubbed at this point of time, you will never be able to become your best version. Okay? So Shiv Shakti wants you to understand that it is okay to forgive yourself. Okay? It is okay to forgive yourself for things that you have done and for things that people have done to you. So if you have misused your power and you have acted out of character, understand it, accept it, forgive yourself and work on yourself so that you can move on and kind of redeem yourself. If you have been under somebody's influence where people have tried to kind of suppress you or suppress your magic in some way, they've tried to dominate you, now is the time for you to kind of forgive them as well and not feel guilty for either being too strong or being too timid is what I'm getting. Because this pile is divided into two groups of people. One, where they have misused their power of authority, and second, where they have been bullied in some shape, way or form. So wherever you fit, in whichever category you fit, that doesn't matter. What you got to understand is that now is the time for you to forgive yourself, understand as to how powerful you are, and come in the energies where you can be your true authentic self. You can act in your character and not go out of it, okay? There's also this energy that I'm getting where your solar plexus chakra needs some amount of work. Right now, this particular chakra is imbalanced. In terms of crystals, you can work with citrine, you can work with tiger's eye, okay? But otherwise, you should kind of work with the color yellow and understand how important it is for you to act in your character in order to kind of keep this chakra in a balanced manner. Okay, it's all about how you've expressed yourself or how you have kind of put a limitation on yourself, stopping yourself from expressing yourself fully. Now, tiger could very well be your spirit animal as well, or you need the qualities of this particular animal in your life at this point of time, or maybe you already have these qualities but it's kind of hiding in the dark, and it's for you to bring that out in you so that you can become a better version of yourself. Okay, Shiv Shakti wants you to understand that this is not the time for you to rush things in life. This is not the time for you to kind of expect things happening in your favor in a whim, because it'll take time, because there are certain lessons that you need to learn in regards to how you're supposed to move in your life, in your everyday life, okay? Also, there is this energy of you wanting to take shortcuts in life. It's a big no, not for now. So do not go for shortcut investments or shortcut success, or just, taking shortcuts in life in order to be where you want to be, in short. So be careful with that. And you got to understand that whatever you want in life will come to you. It will definitely come to you. But your patience is being tested at this point of time. And if you really want it, you got to prove that, you are ready to receive it. Okay? There is an older person in your life, might not be very old, but is certainly older than you, who is going to teach you, who has a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, and you certainly can learn a lot from this person. For most of you, you already know this person. Okay? Shiv Shakti wants you to understand that you are that kind of a person who can do anything and everything that you set your mind to. No is one word that doesn't exist in your dictionary. No in the sense that, no, I cannot do this. No, it's very difficult for me. No, I don't know if I'll be able to match up to XYZ, etc., etc. This is something that doesn't exist in your world, because you are that one person who has the potential to manifest things like magic, because you have a very, very strong mind, pile number one. And it is your responsibility to use your mind to your advantage. So be very careful of your thoughts. It is important for you to be mindful of where you're investing your energy. Are you negatively talking to yourself and always expecting the worst case scenario, or are you kind of adding more gratitude to your life and increasing your possibility of achieving the unachievable? Okay, so what you got to understand is that you are your own person over here. You are your biggest friend and you are your worst enemy. Now, how you're going to play around your own energies is something that is going to decide your fate. It is something that is going to decide the course where your life is going to flow, in the direction in which your life is going to flow. Because for you, your karma is very important. It is very, very important. What you're putting out there is what is going to kind of reflect in your life. So be very mindful of your actions. And it is absolutely okay to make mistakes. Nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. But what's important is to learn out of those mistakes and not repeat it time and again. Okay? What Shiv Shakti wants you to know is that you are one of a kind. There's nobody who is like you, who looks like you, who speaks like you, who just, who is you. You are very, very rare. But there are days when you start questioning yourself and you forget that, how powerful you are as a person. And Shiv Shakti really wants you to embrace your madness, embrace your flaws. And Shiv Shakti really wants you to fight for yourself. Okay, you got to fight this battle. You cannot hide in your den and expect miracles to happen. You are somebody who's meant to fly high. You're not meant to settle in life. So do not settle for less. If somebody is not treating you in an appropriate manner, you're not supposed to lower your standards. Okay, if there's a goal that you've set your mind to, you feel that it is going to require a couple of years for you to be there, for you to reach there, it's okay. Give it your all, because you are that one person who will actually be able to reach wherever you want to reach. There's so much of willpower to you. There's so much of strength to your character. You have no idea how solid of a person you are, but again, it is up to you. You can either make your life or you can break yourself. Shiv Shakti wants you to kind of ask for more. I think you are in that energy where you're settling with less. Now, this could be in almost all areas of your life. This is not particularly directed towards your love life or your career. This is a very general message that I'm getting, that you're settling in life. You are not aiming for something that's super huge, but you're meant to receive the best of the best. Then why aren't you kind of understanding that you are meant to be up there? You're meant to have the best of almost everything in your life. Pile number one, I'll be very, very honest with you. You're actually meant to have some humongous things in your life, in terms of people, in terms of places, situations, finances, your profession, your physical beauty, your health, your lifestyle in general, every single thing. You are that one person who is going to have the best of everything, where people are going to be like, you know what, how is this person having everything in their life? But that is what your journey is all about. So if you're facing a lot of difficulties or challenges, or if you've had faced a lot of difficulties and challenges, it's not going to go in vain, because it was for a reason. So if you really want to be up there, prepare yourself to get tested time and again, because Shiv Shakti will test you before giving you the best, is the constant message that I'm getting, okay? Shiv Shakti also wants you to understand that it is not important in life to give answers to people, or to, you know, get into petty arguments or let people suck on your positive energies. Sometimes silence is what you should prefer. Sometimes it is important to walk out of a particular room where a lot of argument or, you know, discord is happening, because that is not just going to affect you energetically, but it is also going to stay with you. It is going to stick with you, because you are energetically very, very sensitive. That is why, pile number 1, it is important for you to understand that any kind of argument, disagreement with your family members, with your loved ones, at your workplace, or with the people closest to you, amongst your friends and stuff like that, it is sometimes best for you to not give your energy or allow the energies of others to consume you so much, you know, your peace of mind gets distorted for the entire day. It is important for you to continue focusing on yourself and your well-being, your mental health, because right now you cannot afford to drain yourself energetically. Why? Because your energies are required somewhere else. And that is towards your own personal growth, towards your own ascension, towards you becoming not just the best version of yourself, but also kind of preparing yourself so that you can have the best of everything in life. So this is what I have for you. If you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what messages we have for you from Shiv Shakti. We have destruction of evil, 𝙀𝙀𝙀𝙀. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. I am an ocean of creative energy. I give birth to what exists within me. Take control of your thoughts. And here we have Knight of Cups upright. Okay. Now pile number 2. Shiv Shakti wants you to keep a check on your ego, okay? There are very high chances that you are either going through an ego death, or you are going to go through an ego death in the coming days. It's not going to be an easy ride, okay? Why? Because there is a certain amount of conditioning to you. There are certain patterns that you have kind of, you know, lived your life with, around. But now these patterns have kind of served its time in your life. Now Shiv Shakti is kind of pushing you in that direction of you leaving behind what doesn't serve you. And this is going to happen with you because you're ready for it, okay? Unless you're ready for it, it wouldn't have happened. But now you yourself are looking forward to kind of becoming a better version of yourself, to kind of finding yourself, finding that element of Shiv Shakti within you, okay? Because, you know, all of it, everything in our life, it starts from within. The journey starts from within, no matter what anybody says. But we have to first figure it out on the inside, because it's all in there. And you are kind of ready for that, okay? You might have grown in an environment where you were taught certain things that actually kind of manage to play tricks on your masculinity is what I'm getting. And it doesn't matter what's your gender, pile number 2. What matters is that there is this solid imbalance between your masculine and your feminine energies, okay? And now you have reached that place in your life, that time in your life where this alignment needs to happen between your masculine and your feminine energies. That balance needs to be created. At the same time, Shiv Shakti is pushing you from the distorted energies to the divine energies, okay? There's a lot of darkness to you, not in the sense that you're a dark person, but in the sense that, you know, you are in the middle of a transformation where you're figuring yourself out, where, you know, you're coming to this understanding, or you are going to come to this understanding that whatever you've learned till now was all a lie, or it was such a facade, where in reality life is so very simple, where in reality it's the humans who have complicated everything so much that, you know, that you have certain notions or perceptions. So basically what I see happening for you is your overall destruction, where Shiv Shakti will make sure to kind of crumble you down in a manner where you will unlearn whatever you have learned till now, so that you can learn what you're meant to learn in this lifetime. So expect you feeling uncomfortable a lot, because it's not going to feel comfortable. This is something that you've never done before. This is something that has never happened to you before. Now, for example, if there's a child and that child has to go to school and it's their first day in their new class, any which way the child is, you know, going to feel a bit uncomfortable, because it's a new territory altogether. They don't know who the people are, what they're supposed to do, because it's their first day at school. And this is what actually is happening with you, or is going to happen in the coming days. For some of you, this process has already started, okay? And in this entire process, you might stop talking to people. You might start spending a lot of time in your own energy. You might, you know, come into a lot of arguments. You might lose out on a lot of people from your past. You might have a difference of opinion with your own family members, or you might feel like an outcast. You might not gel with the same people that you used to gel with once upon a time. Okay, why? Because you are getting regenerated. Why? Because, you know, there's so much that's happening, and it is happening because you are ready for it. Because maybe you asked, I don't know why I'm getting this, that, you know, you asked Shiv Shakti to kind of show you the way ahead. You started questioning the kind of person that you are, or what you should be doing, what your purpose is, how you are as an individual. Are you such a bad person? I don't know what has transpired in your life, but the kind of conversations that you've been having with yourself all this while, those conversations have actually managed to put you in that space, that energy, where your heart center now is open for transformation. And transformation is never easy. Transformation is going to be painful, but the outcome of it is going to be so beautiful. It's going to be so empowering that everything that you're going to go through is going to be extremely, extremely worth it. Okay? So do not fear what you cannot see. Do not fear the difficult feelings that you're going to feel, that you're going to experience. Okay? Do not upset yourself just because you're going to be misunderstood a lot. People are not going to understand you, so do not expect people to kind of get you or understand where you're coming from, okay? Shiv Shakti is doing a lot to kind of put an end to, I wouldn't say put an end to your ego, but make you face your shadow side so that you understand, you know, where the pain is coming from, what wounds you have. So you are going to become aware. You're going to unlearn a lot so that you can actually understand who you are. Your current journey, pile number 2, is all about understanding your own self, because till now you were living a lie. You did not know who you are. You were in a very autopilot kind of a situation, I would say, or a mode basically, where you were just doing what you have been doing all your life. But now you will be doing things, you will be experiencing things, situations, circumstances. You'll also be meeting people, okay, that are going to push you or that are going to act as a catalyst, you know. They are going to help you in your transformation. I don't know, I just lost my chain of thought. I don't know what I was saying, because all I can see and sense right now in your energies is you becoming a new person altogether. Whenever and however you're going to, you know, transform. And you know, this transformation is not going to happen overnight, okay? It is going to take its fair share of time, and you got to prepare yourself for that. But once you let go of the old and the new energy enters your life, you have no idea how powerful of a person you're going to become. You're going to become a powerful manifester. You are going to attract a lot of high vibrational energy into your life, okay? And there's no need for you to fear this transformation, because you have the support of Shiv Shakti, okay? A lot of heart chakra healing is going to happen because you have a blockage in your heart center, okay? There's a difficulty that you have in dealing with your emotional side. You're very closed off to vulnerability. You're not very comfortable with deep emotions. But now Shiv Shakti is going to make you go through that metamorphosis where you will be kind of pushed in that direction to face your emotions, to deal with your emotions, to cry a lot. You might cry a lot, okay? If you have this fear of, you know, you coming across to be weak just because you're crying, all these notions are going to go in the bin, because it's a facade. Again, I would say being vulnerable is a strength. Crying is not weakness. Crying is something that is essential. You are a human being. Unless, you know, your heart center is open, the tears are not going to roll out. No matter how you've been conditioned, it is important for you to cry. It is important for you to feel your feelings, to express them. And you are going to go through the cycle where, you know, whatever stuck emotions you have, because there's a lot of pain that's there in your heart center, okay? There's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of grief that's there, that's hiding. Why? Because you have always suppressed yourself, okay? You've always suppressed yourself, but now all of this is going to kind of just, you know, it's just going to come out so naturally. It might feel a bit intimidating to you because you are not very used to this, but the joy that you're going to feel after this release is going to happen. That is something that you cannot even imagine at this point of time. I'll be very, very honest. But pile number 2, you really, really need to learn how to be okay in being yourself, in being your natural self, okay? Shiv Shakti wants you to embrace yourself. If you have any, you know, difficulty in embracing your physical body, understand that that physical body has been given to you. It is yours. Now it's up to you as to what you are able to do with it. If you do not like what you see, it's in your hands to kind of, you know, play with it, work towards it. Work towards either gaining or losing weight, muscle mass, or whatever. However you want your body to look, you know, it is completely in your hands. It is your vessel. But there's this need for you to be gentle with yourself, because you're very, I would say, you're very, what do I say? You're very hard on yourself. You're very tough on yourself. You don't need tough love. You need soft love. You need that vulnerability in life, pile number 2. You've become like super cold, you know. You're very scared of feeling your emotions. You might feel that, you know, I understand emotions. I'm a very deep person and depth is something that I really enjoy in people and stuff like that. But when it actually comes to you being emotionally vulnerable with a person in your interpersonal relationships, in your romantic connection specifically, you're scared. You're scared of going, within. You're scared of going within, and at the same time, you're scared of having or sharing a deep emotional intimate bond or connection with anybody in your life for that matter, because all your life you've always had surface level connections, but now because your soul is craving for a soulful connection, that is why Shiv Shakti is putting you in that spot where you will have to let go of your baggage that you're holding on to, where you will have to let go of the conditioning that that you've grown with. And a lot many things are going to change. I'm telling you, pile number 2. The reality is going to be very different from your current reality. But then that is how you're going to learn to live life. Right now you are surviving. I'll be honest. Right now you are surviving. But then you will start living. Your inner child is very lonely. Your inner child is just, I can see somebody with a deadpan expression who gets up in the morning, goes to work, comes home, eats, sleep. And I just don't know, there is a lot of, I don't know what your routine is, but you're doing too much, but that essence, that energy, that life force energy is something that's missing from your life. We have that energy of, living our life to the fullest, no matter how much time we have, because life is something here on earth is very, very temporary. Nobody knows, who's here for how long. But then whatever time you have, are you making the most of it? For you, you're certainly not, because you're living as per the expectations of the people, because you're living your life the way you've been taught to live. You never kind of went outside of your zone to figure out what life is all about or how you would want to live your life. But now you're coming in that energy where Shiv Shakti is pushing you to kind of sit, contemplate, understand that, pile number 2, this is your life. What do you want to do with it? How do you want to live it? Make it your own. It is okay if it doesn't resonate with the normal people or with the people at large. Who cares? But are you happy? Because right now, I don't think you are that happy. You might be happy on the outside, but there's a lot of soul recognition, reflection, and you got to have that conversation with your inner child. Your inner child is very, very lonely. But the journey that you are on, you have signed up for it now. Because it's you who has said yes to Shiv Shakti, and that is why Shiv Shakti is telling you in this reading that now you're ready. You are ready to break that mold. You are ready to go outside of your comfort zone and find yourself on an emotional level. And that is what is going to happen. So the coming days might be full of your emotions being fluctuated or you feeling very overwhelmed. What I would say is embrace it. Embrace it. If you feel like crying, cry. If you feel like getting angry, get angry. If you feel like nobody understands you, talk to Shiv Shakti. Okay, you can write your thoughts on a piece of paper and burn it. Just do whatever. Talk to a friend. If anybody comes to your mind, just pick up that phone, speak to that particular person, and you can share your experience with that person that this is what I'm feeling on an emotional level, and you might just feel better after that. Whatever it is, you need a channel to release. And whenever or wherever you're getting that channel, use it to your advantage, okay? What Shiv Shakti wants you to know right now is that your thoughts are getting the best of you. I don't know if you are somebody who's very practical, logical, analytical, and too mature for their age or wanting to act in a mature manner. There's magic, okay? There's this essence of magic that if you believe in it, then only you'll be able to feel it, or then only you'll be able to sense it, see it. What you're doing is you are missing out on the magic because of the knowledge that you have, because of what you've been told. So what Shiv Shakti wants you to know is that your thoughts are creating your reality. So be very mindful of where you're putting your energy into. What are you thinking about? How are the conversations that you're having with yourself? What's going on in that mind? Because that is actually what is creating your reality. That is what you're manifesting. Those are the messages that you're giving out in the universe, and that's the same energy that you're going to attract. So over here, you are very much in power. You're very much in control. If you're going to expect the worst for yourself, that is what you're going to attract. But if you are thinking good thoughts, if you're adding a lot of gratitude to it, if you are, kind of just being in that energy where you are imagining the best possible outcome for yourself, this is a way of visualization. This is a way in which you attract your blessings into your life. So be careful with that. And B is that there's a need for you to romanticize your life more. There's nothing, left with you being serious, pile number 2, because you've been serious all your life. And tell me, what have you accomplished out of being so serious? Because yes, you might have success in your, I would say, professional life. You academically might have done pretty well for yourself, but what about your responsibility towards your soul? Are you happy on the inside? Ask yourself, are you really happy? And happiness doesn't necessarily depend upon the things that you have or what you've accomplished and stuff like that. Sometimes somebody's way of life is such that no matter what happens in the outside world, they're still happy. And this is the direction in which Shiv Shakti is kind of taking you or pushing you towards. You got to be happy on the inside regardless of what's happening on the outside. There's a need for you to play more. There's a need for you to become a bit silly, I would say. Way too serious, way too kind of, to yourself, this good boy, good girl kind of a person that I can sense over here right now. But this goody two shoes game is over, pile number 2. You got to become a bit stupid, a bit silly. How kids are, they are so carefree. They do not care. If they're playing, they're playing. If they're eating, they're eating. If they're eating chocolate, their entire face is full of chocolate, okay? They are just so to themselves. I'm just getting that energy of a happy golden retriever right now. That is kind of the energy that you are meant to reach, okay? So, pile number 2, your entire reading very much revolves around you finding yourself, you finding your inner child, and you just coming home to yourself. Because right now you are just a body and your soul is somewhere else. I'll be very honest, okay? Your soul is somewhere else. You are just a very technical, mechanical person. But now you are going to find your soul back and you're going to come home to yourself. And this journey is going to be very beautiful, no matter how many difficult emotions you're going to feel. But once you are able to complete this cycle, you have no idea how happy, contented, and a new person. You're going to become a new person. You're going to feel that happiness, that sense of fulfillment. Okay, if that fulfillment has been kind of missing from your life all this while, it is going to come to you because you are going to come home to yourself. So please start romanticizing your life. Start, don't take life so seriously because it's temporary. Again and again, I'm telling you, it's very fragile. It's temporary, it's fragile. It's just a matter of time. The more you're going to live in the moment, the more you're going to enjoy every little thing to its full potential or to your full potential even. I mean, it should make your soul happy. That's it. And if you're thinking that, if I'm going to think about my happiness, then where's the money going to flow from? You have no idea. When you're happy, Shiv Shakti will make sure to make even more money flow towards you from multiple directions, from places where you're not even expecting. Money is energy, pile number 2, and it is going to get attracted to you if energetically you are up there. Again, it's all about your thoughts. It's all about how you see life. It's all about how you operate in your life. It's about how seriously you take life or how much you enjoy just being alive, just being present, just being healthy enough to kind of breathe, to kind of operate, to talk, to listen to this video for that matter. We take these things for granted, but you're actually blessed if you're able to do these little things, because these are not little, and not everybody has access to do so much that you are able to do. So all I'm here to tell you is that please start being gentle with yourself and start romanticizing your life, because your thoughts are creating your future, your present, okay? Whatever has happened in the past, it's a story of the past. And Shiv Shakti is working towards kind of, clearing your heart space, because that is where the major work needs to be done, so that you can have that beautiful balance between your Shiv and Shakti, or masculine and feminine energies, okay? So this is what I have for you, pile number 2. I hope you liked your reading. If you did, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya! Hi, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So let's just figure out what messages we have for you from Shiv Shakti. We have power animal, meditation. I recognize suffering in order to release it. Curiosity breeds compassion. I am the bridge between heaven and earth. I am fully human and fully divine. You are ready for more. And we have Ace of Swords. Okay. Now pile number 3, out of all the 3 piles, you are the pile that is closest to Shiv Shakti, that is very far ahead in their spiritual journey. Okay, you might very well be a healer, a practitioner, might be in the healing arts, or that is what your future is around. Because the kind of energies that you're exuding at this point of time, the kind of energy that Shiv Shakti is exuding for you, the energies are extremely high vibrational, they're very, very divine. And it's like, I don't know if you are someone who's a very strong believer of Lord Shiv. I don't know. I mean, of course, if you're watching this reading, you believe in Mahadev, that is why you're watching it. But there's something around you being very close to Mahadev, or you just feeling like a baby in front of Mahadev, just telling Mahadev all your pains, your stories, whatever it is. The bond that I can sense between you and Shivji is something that's very pure, I would say, okay? And did you go to Shiv temple whenever you're watching this reading? I don't know if you visited a Shiv temple, but there's this energy that whatever you've asked, if at all you did visit a temple, your wish has been heard, okay? And it will be granted. Coming to your messages. Shiv Shakti wants you to know that you are someone who is very connected to the animal kingdom, okay? You are meant to serve animals in this lifetime. Animals are meant to heal you in this lifetime. So see how you can work with animals. See how you can take care of animals. The more you're going to look after the street dogs, the cats, or, just animals in general, the more you're going to feel satisfied on a soul level, because you have a soul contract with animals. If you have a pet, your pet needs your attention, okay? You have to spend, or you should be spending more time with your pet, because that is your soul pet, okay? You have a soul contract with that pet, and that pet is in your life to teach you, to heal you, to make you experience things that you've never experienced before. If you're someone who has a deceased pet, your pet is your biggest protector. Your pet is with Shivji, okay? I'm getting goosebumps right now. There's definitely someone who has a deceased pet, and that deceased pet is coming in this reading to tell you that you're very, very protected and your pet really got your back. Okay, your pet really loves you. Could probably be a soul dog for some of you is what I'm getting. Okay. What Shiv Shakti wants you to know at this point of time is that whatever animal that you're feeling drawn to at this point of time has a message. Maybe you have the qualities of that animal that you're feeling attracted to a lot. So see how you can work on those qualities. Try and understand the behavioral pattern of that particular animal that you're feeling attracted to. If you're seeing animals in your dreams, those are your spirit animals and they have messages for you. If you're going to tap into your intuition, if you're going to meditate upon your feelings, you are going to understand what they're trying to say, what the message is all about, okay? There's somebody who's very fond of dogs or who's very, very close to dogs, okay? And I just feel the dog world loves you incredibly and equally, pile number 3. Also, I just feel that you are a healer. But in the future, there are very high chances that, you are going to go into animal healing. You are going to diversify, you are going to expand, and you might shift from humans to animals if this is something that you're not into at this point of time. Because serving animals, taking care of animals, being around animals is what you've signed up for. Oh my God, the amount of love that the animal kingdom has for you, you're highly protected. Even if you do not have a pet, even if you are you're just by yourself, you still have the blessings of the animal kingdom because animals love your energy, pile number 3. Okay, you are a magnificently beautiful soul who has such a big heart and such a pure soul that, I mean, you have no idea, okay? You also have the blessings of Ganpati Bappa, I'll be very honest. You have the blessings of Ganpati Bappa, and whatever problems or challenges that you're facing, okay? Whatever difficulty that you're having in your life at this point of time, it's all temporary. It's going to kind of, clear away on its own. You do not need to stress a lot about it. Okay, you are somebody who's very strong. You have a lot of willpower and inner strength to you. So listen to your intuition. When your intuition tells you that a particular person or a place or a situation is not right for you, it means that it is not right for you. You do not need 1,000 many proofs that to kind of give you that confirmation that what, pile number 3, you are right. You've got that gut feeling in you, and that is there for a reason. So start trusting your own gut instincts more. Okay, Shiv Shakti wants you to understand that you are someone who has a lot of courage to you. You're a very brave soul, and sometimes it is important for you to use that bravery for your own self. So take a stand for yourself when it's required. If people are crossing out, if people are just crossing your boundaries, there is no harm if you're being assertive about your boundaries. It's all about how much you respect yourself, because the amount of respect that you're going to have for yourself is the same amount of respect with which the people are going to treat you. So if you're being taken for granted, it is important for you to raise that bar and tell people to meet you there. If they cannot meet you there, they're not your people. So do not feel guilty for turning people down, because you might feel guilty right now, but in reality, those might be the same people who are actually not good for you. Your soul knows it, you know it, but it's just that you are a very giving and a forgiving soul. So you want to give multiple chances to people. But Shiv Shakti over here is telling you that please do not waste your time and energy on people who are disappointing you time and again. Because if they have disappointed you once, if they've disappointed you twice, there are pretty high chances that they're going to disappoint you again. So if you really want to get hurt, then you might, kind of allow this pattern to get repeated. Otherwise, it's important for you to have healthy, solid boundaries at your workplace, in your friend circle, within your family, as well as your romantic and other interpersonal connections or relationships, okay? Shiv Shakti really wants you to meditate, not need to kind of, go in multiple directions to seek anything. All you got to do is just sit with yourself. If thoughts are coming, let those thoughts come to you. As soon as those thoughts are coming, just be aware and understand that yes, this is what you're thinking about. Do not continue with that same chain of thought, do not stretch it. Just see what's coming and let it go. There will come a time in that particular, time frame of 20 minutes where you will have that stage of samadhi, where you will come to that stage. So please do it. But any which way, it is important for you to meditate. So if at all you feel called to, you should definitely meditate. And otherwise too, it is important for you to spend time in your own energy with yourself, being present in the moment, because the more you're going to know yourself, the better you will be able to know others. The more you're going to know yourself, the more you will know what you want, what you don't want, what your standards are, what you're going to settle with, what you're not going to settle with. And you're going to understand yourself as a person. You're going to get answers to what you're seeking. You might be a very different individual than an average person, is what I'm getting, but it's your essence, your uniqueness that makes you you. So do not ever question or just think that you are different or you don't fit in, so there's something wrong with you, because you don't fit in for a reason. Shivji did not want you to fit in. Shivji wanted you to stand out, and that is why you are the way you are, okay? Shiv Shakti wants you to trust your instincts more. I know I've said this before, but there is this energy to you doubting your own self, even though you know what's best for you. So don't do that, okay? If there's a health condition that you're dealing with, you are going to be taken care of, okay? So do not worry about that. Also, specifically if you're a healer, even if you're not, then too this message is for you. But if you're a healer, pile number 3, it's important for you to amp up your protection in the sense that you got to clear your energy field from time to time, because what happens with you is that you are absorbing the energies of the people around you, because you are that particular person. Even if you're not a healer, you are that particular person that people feel very comfortable in your energy, and they come and they just kind of dump their trauma onto you or dump their problems onto you. What you are meant to do is listen to them while being compassionate about it. But what you're doing is you're listening to them, you're being compassionate about it, but you're absorbing whatever pain they are going through. And that is kind of affecting your physical and mental health, as well as, your emotional health. So if you feel very moody, or if your emotions keep on fluctuating from time to time, this is one of the reasons, because your energy field is not very strong. So you got to work on clearing your energies and kind of, wearing protection crystals or bracelets, or see how you can clear up the energies, okay? What Shiv Shakti wants you to know is that you are the portal, and through you, they're working, okay? You are somebody who is a beautiful human, as well as you have a lot of divine light and divine energy to you. Do not let it go to waste. Do not undersell yourself just because people don't believe in you, or just because people feel that you're too much. Because if you're too much, you're meant to be too much. You're meant to be too much for the people to actually figure themselves out. Because you are going to become a mirror in the life of a lot many people. You have no idea. You're going to trigger a lot of people in your life. You are that person who's going to put people kind of on their spiritual journeys. You are the person who's going to initiate that. That is your purpose on earth. That is your purpose over here, that you are meant to show that mirror to the people, that what, this is your light, this is your dark, and now see how you can play with it, and how you can work on your shadows, on your light attributes. So Shiv Shakti really wants to thank you for whatever you do, because they know that sometimes it gets heavy on you, okay? Especially if you're a healer. Again, I'm saying, even if you're not, you're doing it unintentionally. But if you're a healer, you already know what your purpose is. You already know that, this is what I'm meant to do, and people are going to get affected by my light, okay? Because this is your job. This is what you're meant to do. And even if you are somebody who is not into the healing arts or the healing industry, you are that kind of a person that, you are so bright, your light is so bright, you're so high vibrational that you end up doing divine's work without even knowing that you're doing divine's work. But you actually are. So Shiv Shakti is actually right now showing that appreciation for you. They are giving you that token of appreciation that, thank you for doing our work, because you are actually helping in raising the vibrations of this planet. You are helping the people around you, your community. You are bringing people together. You're showing them the light. So they're really, really thankful, okay? What Shiv Shakti wants you to know is that you've got a beautiful throat chakra, okay? And a very, very powerful voice, pile number 3. Embrace that, because in the coming days, your voice is going to bring you success. You might go viral somewhere. People might compliment you a lot on your voice. If you've been dealing with any kind of throat chakra issues in regards to thyroid, or, any other issue that you having a sore throat or a lot of cough or whatever, tonsils for that matter, you're going to see a lot of improvement in that area. I just feel that you are meant to speak your truth, and it's by speaking your truth that you're going to attain that success in your life, okay? Shiv Shakti wants you to know that in the coming days, especially a week from whenever you're watching this reading, you're going to be filled with a lot of ideas. These ideas could come to you in your waking life as well as your dream state. I'll be very honest. And these could also come while you're listening to a podcast, is what I'm getting, or a tarot reading for that matter, okay? There's something around you listening to somebody, or you being in your dream state, that is going to kind of, give you that light bulb moment, and you might have certain realizations, certain thoughts, certain ideas, or you might get some amount of clarity. Note everything down. No matter at what time during the day or night you get these messages, write it down on a piece of paper, write it down in your phone, in that note section, write it down, because this might just be a multi-million kind of an idea, or once in a lifetime kind of an opportunity that you will be creating for yourself, okay? So make sure that you're using it to your advantage. The last message that Shiv Shakti wants to give you is that you're ready for more, okay? Your career, especially, the amount of success that's on the way is huge, humongous. You might receive congratulatory flowers from people. People might send you a lot many free gifts, or, again, I'm getting that word, token of appreciation. You're just going to blow out. You're going to become the talk of the town. I see you having that center stage in your life. You're going to be booked and busy in the sense that everybody would want you. Everybody would want your time. Everybody would want to speak to you, because you are good at what you do, no matter whatever you do for a living, okay? If you've been wanting to make some career changes, if you've been wanting to switch a job, if you've been wanting to kind of, switch your career field altogether, Shiv Shakti wants you to know that that is the right thing to do. You should do it, okay? If you want to have 2 careers together, that is a good thing to go about it. Whatever it is, you're going to see a huge transformation, a glow up, especially happening in your career and finances, where your speech, your voice, your words are going to play a huge role, okay? So overall, Shiv Shakti is blessing you with a lot many blessings, because you are that one pile who has done the work, who has been through their shares of troubles. Like the other piles, they are in the initial stages, but you are a bit enlightened, not a bit, quite enlightened, I would say. You are far ahead in your spiritual journey, where you have already faced what pile 1 and 2 are facing in their life, okay? And now is the time for you to have those rewards to yourself. Shiv Shakti wants you to continue with your spiritual practices, okay? They're working wonders for you, even if you feel that, nothing is happening and I'm doing so much, but I still cannot see any kind of results. No. You don't know how many energetic shifts you're causing by keeping your spiritual hygiene. So please do not kind of take a step back when it comes to you doing your regular practices, you doing your prayers, or you doing whatever that takes you closer to Shiv Shakti, whatever that takes you closer to your own self is what I'm getting. Because again, everything starts from within. And you have explored yourself, you have done that journey, you have been through that, phase in your life where you have dive deeper and just you're that lotus, you've just come out of that mud and now you're shining and the glory is all yours. This is your time to enjoy your success, to enjoy the effort that you've put in, to enjoy the fruits of your hard work, okay? Because you're going to get that. You're going to get that. And the next upcoming months, especially the next 40 days from whenever you're watching this reading, you're going to receive a good news in regards to your career. That is for sure. Okay? So yeah, your reading was very light-hearted, I would say. And this is where I'd like to end your reading. So pile number 3, if you liked your reading, please like, share, comment, subscribe. Turn the notification bell on so that whenever I post next, you get notified. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, you can do that via Instagram and email. The details for both is in my description box below. I'll catch up with you in the next reading. See ya!